There's been a lot of crime in PG County lately, and if you're wondering what's really going on besides unfit parents allowing kids to raise themselves, looks like we also have out-of-control officers out here more concerned with having relations in marked cop cars than fighting crime in PG County. On Labor Day 2023, a PG County cop was recorded while in uniform at a park in Oxon Hill in broad daylight. Lots of kids playing outside because although it was a Monday, it was a holiday, so you had plenty of families out there. But this guy had no shame, him or this woman he was with. They had some inappropriate touching and kissing going on, and then the woman opened the back of the cop car, got in, and he got in right behind her. According to witnesses, they stayed in there for 40 minutes. That video made its way to TikTok, where it got millions of views, and now it's been shared all across IG and Facebook too. The cop car went viral, and since then, a lot was exposed about these folks. Turns out the lady wasn't just some random streetwalker. He knew her. She's been his mistress for at least 2 years. That's according to the mistress herself. And this wasn't their first time doing this. They've been hopping in and out the back of the cop car. The wife called the mistress a homewrecker, while the mistress clapped back with some words herself. I know it's a hot ghetto mess. Plus, Officer Marlett here is very sketchy as well. I'll tell you where PGPD dropped the ball. He wasn't even supposed to have the freedom or position to be doing this anyway. I'll explain why, but first, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. My people in PG County, what's going on down there? Go ahead and drop PG County below in the comments if you're from the area. Much love to all of my Maryland people.
Coming up on this episode of Cheaters.
PGPD suspended one of their officers. That's 34-year-old Corporal Francesco Marlett. He's been there for nearly 10 years. He was suspended after he went viral when a video of him sliding in the back seat with a female now identified as his mistress, Virginia Pinto. Virginia, a Nigerian woman, is very proud of herself, by the way. She came out very sassy and unapologetic, despite looking like some filthy streetwalker. She said it wasn't just some little fling. She insisted she's been in a full-blown relationship with a married man for 2 years and repeated more than once that it wasn't just a one-night stand, as if that somehow made her look better. Virginia was first identified by Officer Marlett's wife, Paula Marlett, who told her to, quote, "rot in hell be," in a fiery Facebook post Wednesday morning, just hours after her husband was suspended. I'm telling you, this viral Cheaters episode had Facebook on fire. Officer Marlett's wife, Paula, went on Facebook and posted the viral video along with a caption. She wrote, "There goes my husband and his mistress." Everybody started coming under her post, giving her support. She responded to the support. She said, "Thank you, everyone. Yes, this is a very tough time for me and my kids. As embarrassing and painful as this is, please check in on us. We need the support, the love, and most of all, the respect from the community and our families. Yes, I know what's been going on. No, I am not updating anyone on this situation after today. Virginia's husband left her a long time ago because she cheated, so she and my husband decided to do this behind my back for years. I'm not seeking anyone else's input. I don't need anyone's opinion. My life is my life. I will make decisions accordingly. I love you all except for you, Virginia. You can rot in hell, B." And then she tagged Virginia in the post as well. So you have Virginia, the mistress. She came back talking crazy about the wife, which I didn't understand. Like, lady, you're wrong. You got caught with somebody else's husband and you're trying to get sassy with the wife? You need to just fall back and be quiet. That's what's wrong with these 304 today. They talk too much. But here's Virginia replying to the wife. She said, "Not that I owe anyone an explanation. This girl has been cheating on her husband for a while now herself. I know everything. Everyone, look, this is life and y'all know nothing. I've done nothing wrong. All I want to say is y'all have the wrong info. Paula Marlett isn't saying the whole story, which I understand, but please don't be mad at me because her husband wants me." Then there was a second video that came out showing Officer Marlett once again getting into the car with a female that is believed to be Virginia. This was a separate occasion. Virginia, the mistress, unfazed by it all, continued to run her mouth about the situation and told everyone that she was obsessed with white men. Virginia said, "I'm living my life. I have children. I'm sure, as you guys know, I have a 15-year-old autistic boy. His father was Caucasian. I guess I have a thing for Caucasians. In my head, I've done nothing wrong. I'm going to continue living my life, doing what I'm doing." So she's saying that she's going to continue talking to married men. And she didn't stop there with the bimbo babble. She kept going. She said, "In my heart, in his heart, I know that I've done nothing. He knows, Paula knows, I've done nothing wrong. God is my higher power." And this bimbo is absolutely delusional. She said, "In my head, I've done nothing wrong." And then one thing I can't stand is when these Jezebel demons start talking about God. Like, stop it. It's nothing godly about you. Virginia's got 3 children, her autistic mixed son, and her 2 daughters. They look just like her. They don't have white fathers. And she's always wrapped up with her disabled son like he's her boyfriend or something. It's very creepy, by the way. Then the wife, Paula, made a statement to the Post Wednesday night. She said, "Seems like Virginia has a mouthful to give about me when her husband left her dirty A because she can't stop cheating and inserting herself into other people's business. My husband used her for relations because she was easy. I never put our marriage out there because, like all marriages, we hit a rough patch. We get through everything at the end of the day." Wow, so it sounds like Virginia was so trifling, her husband left her. She was allegedly cheating on him too. And Virginia is a vet, U.S. Army. So you already know she was one of those Army 304s, handing out that nasty thought pocket to anybody who would take it. But she was begging the white guys to take it. None of them wanted her for real. They just used her up. All of these guys just use her in the back alleys and in the back of cars, and then they throw her in the trash. No, I take that back. They put her in the recycling bin, so she can be used again. It's also been revealed that Officer Marlett is not the only officer that Virginia was sleeping with. Oh yeah, that's what they won't tell you. It was not just Officer Marlett, but they don't want to further embarrass the department and tell the truth. This Virginia lady has really been getting around. Kind of reminded me of that Tennessee Police Department, the one with the married female officer giving up her thought pocket to everybody. The only difference is Virginia is a civilian 304. And just when I thought this Passions episode couldn't get any more trifling, it was revealed that this was not Officer Marlett's first suspension. It's number 3 for him. He was just suspended a couple of months ago back in May for DV involving his wife. After PGPD found out that he was putting hands on his wife allegedly, no charges were filed. They just suspended him for 1 month and he was allowed to come back to work in June. But his very first suspension in 2016, that should have been his last, because he should have been in prison for what happened back then nearly 8 years ago on December 27th, 2015. At that time, he had only been an officer for about a year, and he had a girlfriend with a 3-year-old son. That baby boy was KO'd by Marlett and lost consciousness. At the time, he was supposedly watching the child while his mother was making dinner. According to Marlett, he put his hands on that woman's child because he soiled the bed. Again, a 3-year-old baby peed in the bed, and that was his excuse. They charged him initially, but ultimately the charges were dropped and his record was expunged. So yeah, that right there is why I believe he should have been behind bars from that situation and never allowed back on the force in the first place. But now he's living out this passion storyline. Then you have Paula and Virginia exchanging words on social media. I just can't get over how bold Virginia was, reposting and responding to his wife like she has some sort of right to do so. Like, girl, you are out of order. How are you responding talking about you did nothing wrong? Virginia, you should really get your life together. I believe the wife works in the healthcare industry, but Virginia, she's got all of this free time because she's unemployed and bumming off the U.S. Army, getting money from the VA, while also living at home with her parents. So this is why she has nothing but time to meet up with these men in the middle of the day in the back of the cop car for 40 minutes. She's doing all this rah-rah online, and because we have a new generation raised by side chicks in 304s, you have a lot of women saying it's not her fault and all this other stuff because she wasn't the married one. And here's the truth. If you are knowingly dealing with a married man, you are also the problem, Jezebel. Like, stop playing. Talking about how your man wanted me and all this other stuff, talking slick. But you know who's not saying a word? That would be Officer Marlett. He's keeping quiet, understanding that the less talking for him, the better. He's under investigation and they are probably going to let him come back to work at some point. Even if they fired him, he'll get rehired down the street with another agency. Personally, I think he's in the wrong profession. He's jeopardizing everything for what they call jungle fever, but he's obviously got a thing for waddling around with this caliber of woman like Virginia. A full-blown 304, you already know. She looks like the type that will pass it out to anybody who showed her an ounce of attention. As for the mistress saying that the wife was cheating on her husband too, she's suggesting that the wife Paula could be a wild card, which could be true. This look right here says a lot. But when pressed on the issue, Virginia had nothing else to say. The thing is, it wasn't the wife that was caught in the back seat of the patrol car. So no one knows if Virginia is telling the truth or if she's just trying to find a way to justify her own behavior. I do know that Virginia is talking way too much to be out here jumping in the back of police cruisers and witnesses telling everybody y'all had the car rocking left and right in broad daylight in front of these children. Nah, Virginia, I really don't care what you're talking about. You're talking too much to be messing around with a married man. And then she kept saying the main point was it wasn't a fling or a one-night stand. She kept saying that she was in a relationship with him. How could you be this bold, talking about you're in a relationship with another woman's husband? It's the audacity for me. Virginia is saying they are all the bad guy, speaking on herself, Officer Marlett, and his wife. Sources say Officer Marlett and his wife will work it out, so it doesn't sound like he's leaving his wife for Virginia. As for Officer Marlett, the PGDA said that he did not break any laws, so she's not coming for him, and he doesn't have to worry about charges. When it comes to ethics though, and code of conduct, this has got to be against code. He should definitely be fired at least. This is just unacceptable and embarrassing to the whole department, especially considering that Virginia allegedly slept with other officers too. Ultimately, this is very nasty. Officer Marlett and his mistress, 1000% out of order. It's just disgusting. And then Virginia coming out here to defend this mess to make it seem like she's not as trashy as she is also disgusting. She's got some weird thing going on, and for whatever reason, she believes this is cute or something. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. What do you think about all of this? Special thank you to Chris and Paul. I appreciate you for your support, as well as my sister Tanette. Thank you, Tanette, for always showing support for the channel. Also, big shout out to Kari. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.